Warning. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Scared people, Huey. The Black Panthers scared people.
Anytime the black man attempts to change the slave image, he will scare white people. So the Black Panther Party, I thank you. When you said that we scared people, that means that we were creating a positive black image for ourselves.
What it do, family and friends? Welcome back to the Church of Black Power. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you haven't done so yet, please click that link in the description. Go to change.org and please make sure you put your signature on the petition for reparations. And with that being said, family, ever since the Super Bowl, people have been talking about the Kendrick Lamar performance. And they've been talking about these false narratives of what they believe Kendrick was speaking about and all this other stuff. And I just find it so damn funny that, you know, so many people are sitting here basically mad at Kendrick Lamar because he didn't have a white person up there dancing. There was no white people. So basically they're mad at Kendrick because he didn't participate in DEI. And they're upset about that. So, you know what I'm saying? I find it very interesting that they're doing this because they do it all the damn time. They did it with Beyonce. They did it not just with her Cowboy Carter album. They did it with her Super Bowl performance. The only person that I don't think that they did it to was Michael Jackson. But back then, you know, white folks wasn't, you know what I'm saying, as, I guess you could say, I don't want to say as racist, but there wasn't an internet in the way there is now, and there wasn't social media in the way that there is now for them to, you know, compile their bullshit opinions. But I want to play this clip of this white dude basically, you know, correcting another white dude, you know, white on white crime, you know, not to say that I don't agree with him, not to say that I do agree with him. I agree with some points, but I also understand why they're doing it. So I don't have to, you know, be involved with it. I'm going to sit this out and let y'all go at each other's throats. Because, you know, that's what we do when you're the instigators. But let's get into it, family. Okay, there we go.
Last night, the NFL gave us unquestionably the worst halftime show we have ever seen.
You guys see this news anchor, Rob Schmidt, who said that the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime show was the worst one ever? Rob, you're aging yourself. What, you don't remember the 1991 Super Bowl halftime show featuring the New Kids on the Block?
Oh, baby, you're always on my mind.
Now, that was terrible. No, it feels like this is about something else, Rob. What could it be?
A tiny rapper in bell bottoms who 98% of the country has never heard of.
What's the matter with bell bottoms? Lainey Wilson wears bell bottoms. Are you mocking her? And the fact that you've never heard of him, I mean, the Grammy folks have heard of him because he's won 22 of those. The Emmy folks have heard of him because he's won an Emmy too. In fact, the Pulitzer Prize folks have heard of him because he's won a Pulitzer Prize as well. What have you won, Rob? No, it feels like this is really about something else.
Was allowed to play most of his largely unknown catalog for 20 grueling minutes in front of the entire world.
It was actually just 13 minutes, but maybe you were told there'd be no math. Rob, what are you getting at?
The whole world just sat and wondered why they were watching this. Who is this? Everybody asked.
Maybe the world's greatest tennis player ever, Serena Williams, knew when she danced up there on stage with him. The Grammy people knew when they gave him 7 awards just a week or so ago. No, Rob, this feels like it's about something else.
No matter where you were, nobody had a clue what this was, except maybe 0.5% of the people in this country alone.
I mean, he sold 18 million albums. Several have gone platinum, 5 number ones. And in fact, streams of Not Like Us are up about 430% since the Super Bowl. Rob, What's your real issue?
And for a league so obsessed with diversity as the NFL is, maybe you noticed last night's halftime show was the first ever that we can recall that was fully monochromatic as far as race.
Have you seen some of the halftime shows from Super Bowls past? I mean, they were plenty monochromatic, but there's got to be some reason why you didn't notice back then. You know what, though? I get it. It's 2025. You'd like some representation in your Super Bowl halftime show. It sounds like what you really want is some diversity, equity, and inclusion when it comes to those performances, right?
In true woke fashion, this was done with no apologies whatsoever.
You keep saying woke. I don't think that word means what you think it means, Rob. In fact, the way you keep using it, I think you mean black.
American culture used to not allow such gratuitous racism. Now it applauds it, or at least it did.
So this is Super Bowl 59. Obviously, this was not made for you, Rob. But guess what? There were 58 other halftime shows that were. So maybe, just maybe, you can let the people this was made for enjoy it without having to blow on the loudest dog.
Yes, family. All right. So he said 58. They could enjoy it. I would say 57 because Beyonce said really didn't enjoy it at all either. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. But family, one thing that I've noticed, and I don't like this whatsoever. I don't like this at all because a lot of folks are going around here talking about black folks have no culture or nothing like that. A lot of white folks talking about they didn't like it and all this other stuff. But now you got this dang trend going around called Walk Like Kendrick. And everybody and their mama is out here trying to, you know, mimic Kendrick when he was doing his walk at the Super Bowl. And I'm like, nah, if you don't like us, just keep that energy. Don't now try to sit here and mimic us. You dig what I'm saying? Let me show you. Let me show you.
Must have on a beat, bro, deep boat in the rap. He a freak though, man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him breathe. Let them boys to the cross, they walk around like G's. What's up with these jabroni, trying to see Compton in the street.
Now, family, do you think they were dancing when the Super Bowl came on? Or do you think they saw an opportunity to go viral and they took it? Let's move on because I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like go. Must have on a beat, bro, deep boat in the rap. He a freak though, man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him breathe. Let them boys to the cross, they walk around like G.
Tell me, family. Tell me. Do you feel like how I feel? Because listening to these folks lose their shit all damn week and then they're doing this.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like go. Must have on a beat, bro, deep boat in the rap. He a freak though.
That man hit that shoulder hard as hell when he jumped up. Look at this shit.
And I'm riding through the back like go. Must have on a beat, bro, deep boat in the rap. He a freak though, man down, call like Amber Lambs.
Then he got a sign in the back that says "Your mama's house," your mom's house. Dog, like I said, man, I'm so over it. I'm over it. All these folks that sit here and act like we don't move the culture, that we ain't the culture, I'm over it. Because y'all ain't got y'all people out there, god dang it. The Africans ain't got their people out there doing this.
It's a cultural divide, I'ma get it on the floor.
You really about to do it?
40 acres in the Mule, this is bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
You get on it like that.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like go. Must have on a beat, bro, deep boat in the rap. He a freak though, man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him breathe.
And family, that video would have warmed my heart about a year and a half ago. Before all these different Africans came out talking like black Americans have no culture. But every time we turn around, it's the folks who saying we don't have any culture, mimicking our culture the most. mimicking our culture the most. And one of the most egregious ones was this one. Yeah.
It's a cultural divide. I'ma get it on the floor.
You really about to do it?
40 acres in the Mule. This is bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
Think it on it like that.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like buck. Mustard on a beat, bro, deep boat, any rap. He a freak though, man down, call like Amber Lambs. Tell him breathe, let them boys to the cross, they walk around like G's. What's up with these Japan?
Oh no.
It's
Family, this is one of the most egregious. One of the most egregious. And let me explain to you why. Because Dr. Claude Anderson already wrote about it in Powernomics and many other of his writings. Excuse me. I need to give me a glass of water, but I'll finish this off first. He already told us how the goddamn red Native Americans pushed the black Native Americans out and made sure that because we were supposed to get the same treaties, the same things that they were getting in these treaties, due to the fact that we were all categorized under the same whatever, and they literally fought against it to make sure that we wasn't a part of their treaties. And when they got reparations, they fought to make sure that none of the black Native Americans got any of that. Yeah, this is the most egregious. To say 40 acres in the Mule is bigger than the music when your people was partially responsible for making sure that black Americans didn't get 40 acres in the Mule. Jesus Christ, like these folks, this is the disrespect that we speak about. There's some kid going around, some Native American kid going around online talking about in honor of Black History Month. I want to show the love for the Native and Black relationship. And I have to go in there and explain. If you want to show love for that, you need to be going back to your chiefs and telling them to readmit those dang black Indians that y'all kicked out of y'all tribes to make sure they didn't get reparations. And then you pay reparations. We're not about to sit here and play this game with you people. This is ridiculous. But yet y'all want to take what's part of our culture and then try to infuse your culture within it. Hell no. Family, I just wanted to bring you this, man. I'm just so sick and tired of seeing this. I am. And each and every one of these folks that's out here doing this challenge, if you see them, you need to be asking them, hey, you heard that 40 acres in a Mule part, right? That means that you're down for reparations for foundational black Americans, right? Right? Oh, no? Okay, well, stop it. Stop trying to jump into our culture. Stop trying to colonize every bit of our being. Especially because you are not for us. You thieving ass bastards. And with that being said, if you're not subscribed, family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you hit that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please make sure you hit that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. Family, when we talk about gatekeeping our culture, that's one of the most important things that we can do. A lot of people say, well, it's almost impossible to gatekeep your culture, this, that, the third. No. We can gatekeep our culture the same way. For the most part, black Americans have gatekept gospel music. Yeah. We can absolutely gatekeep our culture just like that. For the most part, especially black gospel music. Ain't nobody got that soul to sing it like we do. And when you get into these spaces, if you don't know the right people, you ain't going to be able to get up there and do no gospel. So yes, we definitely can gatekeep hip hop. We can gatekeep every aspect of our culture the very same way. And what pisses me off the most, it says, they not like us, women's fancy shawl edition. Nah, you will never be like us. Do not take our terms and take our chants and anthems and things like that and try to make it about yourself when clearly in the music it speaks about us. Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. And when he said all of us, he wasn't speaking about you. Don't make me start talking about the 5 civilized tribes that kept slavery going 100 years after it was abolished, and the FBI had to come in there and make sure they cut it out. With that being said, family, the doors of the church are now closed. Peace, family.
My grandfather built this country, man. He fought wars for it. And most places he went wouldn't let him sit down and get a cup of coffee. I can't even catch a cab in New York. You know, it doesn't matter how many degrees I get. All you people see is color. Your grandfather was an immigrant. You're American. My grandfather was born here, Duke. And you people still look at me as just another nigga.
I know that the government, whatever, can't stand us black people. He's doing everything in the world to make black man be extinct. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Us black people going to survive. So fuck everybody. I'm off.